Is up, gang? Back with another NBA 2K18 My Career gameplay, and today we're going up against the Brooklyn Nets. So what I want you to do is make sure you enjoy the gameplay. I'm not asking for much, but that's all I want. That's all I want y'all to do, and let's get into this video. That's all I'm asking for y'all, is to just enjoy the gameplay. I know I'm having a hard time speaking,
Hello, basketball
but I'm trying to work. I'm trying to take my time speaking because I know I stutter a lot. I can't help it because I get overexcited, but just bear with me. Just work with me. I know I could speak, so just bear with me. So yeah, I just want y'all to enjoy the gameplay.
Guys, it might have taken some time for him.
Y'all been doing a really good job.
D'Angelo Russell becoming a force in the league. What do you think finally clicked for him, Shaq?
Well, one, he's getting the ball, and two, he was given more freedom and control on offense. And he's making more measured decisions on offense. He's not as sporadic as he used to be.
Learning how to say no. You know, being a point guard, you got to say no to some of the best players in the world. I can't get you the ball right now. And he's getting comfortable creating for others.
Thank you for joining us. We go courtside now. Kevin Harlan has the call.
I don't know why I keep shooting alright. Gotta work with it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I can shoot my right though. Yeah, I can shoot my right. It just the places I shoot it from.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, Barclays Center, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. Back in Brooklyn, the Nets tip off the beginning of a homestand. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
I think for the Nets, they talked a lot in the preseason about how they wanted to bounce back from last year's disappointment. So far, they look to be on track to do just that.
They sure do, Greg. I mean, they've avoided the bottom of the standings, and let's see if they can keep making progress as the season goes on here.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Get it?
And that's how Russ has always been, D.A., a high-motor player who leaves it all out on the floor. And during this part of the season, a lot of lengthy road trips can be found for teams in the league. Clark, I would assume it's maybe sometimes hard to play at your best when you've been on the road for a long time.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, there's a galvanizing aspect to being on the road because it's just you and your teammates against the opponent. But when you're out on the road for a long time, things can get a little stale. You can become a little distracted. So it becomes very difficult, particularly for young teams, to work through the grind and adversity of being on the road. Veteran guys are used to it, but the young fellas often struggle with that.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside it's Patterson and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Outside, Russell dishes it to Carroll. Clock at 6. There's the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, quick foul picked up right away here in the first quarter.
Westbrook against Russell. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did in that one.
You know, you see teams relying on the three ball more and more nowadays. It's a big part of the game, and they've made it rain out there in a big way.
And Carroll gets it to go.
It's a bit of an oversized playmaking guard, allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. A beautiful reverse layup.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that.
The feed to Moscow. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Carroll kicks to Russell. Screen by Russell. Nets passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. The Nets get it back in a new 24. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Feeds it to Patterson. Launches it. And it's Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all 3 at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
And you know what? When Paul George sees an open teammate, he doesn't hesitate. I mean, he quickly gets the ball out of his hands. It doesn't stick with him.
Mozgov dishes to Carroll. Pass to Russell. Screened by Russell. Easy the pass to Carroll. Shoots a 3. Easy misses. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Roberson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. For the 3. Westbrook missing again. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Kilpatrick. And the pass to Ace. Here's Kilpatrick. And Ace kicks to Carroll. Pass to Ace. Here's Kilpatrick. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. Russell against Westbrook. Over Russell. Here's Patterson. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Passes it to Ace. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Oklahoma City has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And that one's good. George.
And one of the attributes about George that you really like is that Paul is a gamer. He's somebody who's got a great competitive spirit. He's used to being aggressively defended when he's down near the bucket, but it still doesn't keep him from scoring.
Again, Russell missing. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Robertson dishes to George. Lets the 3 fly. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. Number 1, the Thunder.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Ennis Cannis checked in for Patterson. Felton comes in for Roberson. And Harris subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Count it, good.
You know, Lynn is a really creative scorer, especially when he knifes inside the heart of the defense. He's just got nice body control and a real awareness as to what shot works best.
Now here is Harris. And there's George. That's good on the assist by DJ. And that's now 6 points for Paul George. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 1:03 left here in the opening quarter. Crab kicks to Moskov. There's the dish to Crab. Picked by Moskov. Lynn from long range. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He's really a reserved and quiet guy, but he'll do anything to help his team. Mozgov with the monster screen.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. There's a screen by Canada. Now, here's George. D right on him. Here's Felton. And he overshot that one, missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And here is Lynn. And that one drops for him. Lynn's got 7 points in the game.
And Lynn is tenacious on the drive, refusing to be denied by anybody.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar in certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
They've got Moskov. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Alan Crabb. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's LeVert into the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Now here is Harris. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And, DJ's interior game is very impressive. The big thing for him is that excellent body control. When he takes his time, he's really dangerous in the post.
Here's Crabb. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Hollis Jefferson passes to Crabb. Down low. Moskov dishes to Lynn. Trying to get open is Moskov. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll...
I know after this I'm going to get on the bench because I'm not playing
Jeremy Lin, an attack guard if there ever was one. He wants to play downhill all the time. Explodes to the rim and forces the defense to react to his drive.
Quarter, I'm going to get on the bench. I really want to get on the bench so I could just refresh. If I could just get on the bench and refresh, I would.
He doesn't get the second one.
And, the former undrafted point guard just continues to impress. Lynn is an exciting, unpredictable player on the court, but he brings value, too.
Harris does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Now here's Crabb. He's covered by Grant. Lynn against Harris. From beyond the arc, Lynn's shot is off. And Lynn's athleticism certainly is underrated. Back in Pat Clark, when he played with the Rockets, they said he had the quickest first step they'd ever measured.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he is deceptively athletic, and he uses that athleticism at both ends. Defensively, he can get steals and blocks too, Kevin.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jamari Carroll's checked in for Hollis Jefferson, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for LeVert. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Lynn kicks to Carroll. Harris against Russell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They set the pick. He dishes it to AC. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Lynn. This one for 3. Unable to get that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the deep.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Harris misses.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
Crabb in the corner. Floats one up. Rebounded by McDermott.
And you know what? You can't get a
take
better
my time. We
screen.
got
Frees him up
I need
beautifully,
to play like I
but he
used to.
just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Baseline jumper. Jump shot is good. McDermott's got 5 points now in the quarter. And Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watched and think, hey, yeah, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris, who's an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a
it's
game
only about 1
similar to
point
mine
now.
that he's really
2 more
versatile.
minutes, man. 2 more
Does
minutes.
a lot
Can I
of things
hold?
well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
Here's Cantor after Jeremy Lin's bucket.
And one. Let's go.
And a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And guys, what do you think about the offense?
I think I'm gonna sit on the bench now.
So far for the Thunder.
Really some great drives to the basket here early.
Hey, man. Oh my gosh, bro. This freaking controller, bro.
On for these guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Roberson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Harris. The free throw drops from McDermott. Nets trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's the screen. Russell kicks to AC. Outside, Russell, 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Crabb. From deep. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Crabb's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Patterson, the screen. Right side, Westbrook. Three-pointer. Carroll with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. AC down low. Patterson on him, and he misses the go-ahead basket. And Roberson kicks to Grant. Patterson setting the pick for Grant. Not enough on that one.
Gotta make those, Grant. Gotta make
Nets
those.
have gone just 33% for the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. It's 3 of 9. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Roberson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, team still is in front.
Here's Kilpatrick. Crab kicks to Russell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And for Russell, the offensive talent is obvious, but it seems as defense, Clark has a ways to go.
Well, he's got the package now. He's got good size. He's not a great athlete. He's a good athlete, but not an explosive, powerful athlete. I think he's got to get stronger. And the other piece is he's got to really be about the mental aspect, the focus, and the consistent effort day in and day out to maximize his physical gift.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Mozgov, he's checked in for Quincy Ace. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's LeVert in for Ellen Crabb. Then for the Thunder, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. Paul George comes in for Grant. That's Felton in for Andre Robertson.
And, you know, a lot of people are starting to wonder, is Russell going to be the future of this league? Time will tell. That's a big mountain to climb for the young fellow from Louisville.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that goal.
Now the pass to Kilpatrick. Hit by Mozgov. Back to Russell. Beyond the arc. Can't hit that one. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Nets out in front, leading by a point. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
So for Oklahoma City right now, at small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Nets with the lead. Dishes to AC. Off target from outside. Thunder shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And the Nets offense, Clark, looking to play up tempo. First in the league last season in possessions per game.
Yeah, and really trying to exploit and take advantage of their youth. Following the Spurs model, spreading the minutes out, trying to use more guys. I think it helps them play at that pace when you can utilize more players.
Here is Russell. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. AC's shot is good. AC's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now Russell, after Westbrook's missed 3, they set the screen. Here's Kilpatrick. A 3-pointer, no good. Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. In the corner, George with it. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. 9 points for George.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
And here is Mozgov after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Just 3 to shoot. Picked by Mozgov. Russell, no good.
And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Carroll. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Screened by Russell. And AC kicks to Carroll. From deep, buries it from 3-point range. AC's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And how about the unselfishness of
Yeah, I got
Carroll?
this,
You know,
Westbrook.
he's not hunting shots, just making winning plays. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Deep two from Russell. Misses off the left iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's good from long range.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And that's Coach Kenny Atkinson before taking over Brooklyn, a key assistant in Atlanta under Coach Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah, and you talk about the Spurs coaching tree. There are a lot of good branches from that tree, boy. Budenholzer spent almost 2 decades in San Antonio. Now his assistant in Atlanta, Kenny Atkinson, is the head coach.
Here we go. I need to tighten up.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Nets. Then for the Thunder, Enes Kanter's checked in for Patterson. Alex Abrinas comes in for Roberson. And DJ subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Kilpatrick. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
George, that's a two-pointer. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lin against Harris. They set the pick. Stolen by Kansas. And here we go. DJ heading to the basket. Finished off the break. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Not only does he have quick hands, but it's quick thinking that allows him to poke that ball away. DJ doing it on defense.
Lin kicks to AC. And it's off from 3-point range.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Harris with it. And it's Lin picking him up. Harris drives in. Some solid defense there from Lin.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
He kicks it to Carroll. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Harris. That's tipped. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Lin. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George.
Boy, Lin is not only smooth, but he's crafty at getting contact. The physical player who really works to get himself to the line.
And going into last season, Jeremy Lin signed with the Nets for that 3-year deal and close to $36 million, and excited to make his return to really the birthplace of Linsanity. Unfortunately, the hamstring injuries cost him a huge chunk of that season.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, Jeremy Lin described last season as a year of my prime down the drain. I mean, it had to be demoralizing.
Yeah, especially after bouncing around for a few years. He thought he'd found a chance to start and a chance to lead, and instead he found himself in dress casual on the bench.
Both free throws good from Lin. The Thunder with the lead. 43 seconds left in the third. Abrinas the pass to Grant. Grant's got his first points in this one.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Now here's Lin. 12 points for him. Power down with both hands.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
It could go, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Welcome back as we get rolling.
All right, final quarter.
Right ahead in what's
I gotta do better.
Contested game.
I gotta do better.
Brooklyn trailing. Jeremy Lin is out there with LeVert. Then it's Alan Crabb. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the force line. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And DJ has the ultimate respect of the defense when he's on the drive. I mean, when he attacks like this, he forces them to foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And the Nets' decision to go all in for a title, much scrutinized, and rightly so. I mean, you've got to respect the financial commitment, and at the time, an NBA record for payroll didn't quite pan out the way they hoped.
And both free throws good for DJ. And for the Nets back in 2013-14, the new luxury tax structure resulted in record losses for the franchise. $144 million. That's a lot in a single season.
Yeah, that's a lot of zeros, Kevin. More than 10 times the next closest team at the time. So that's not a list you want to be on. Ownership now showing a little more discipline and restraint. Even looking to sell almost half the team to spread those future costs.
And the Thunder with the possession here, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Cram. The Nets working the ball around now. In a wide open look for Lin. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Thunder lead by 3. Harris kicks to Cantor. Here's Grant. Rebounded by the Nets.
Gotta make those, Grant. Come on, we can trust each other. You have to trust each other.
Lin dishes to Crabb. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Raymond Felton. That's good from Crabb. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Grant.
I'm not mad about sitting out. There's more time for me to rest and stuff. I'm not mad about that. It's just when they attack the basket and they go up, it's just the foul part. That's all I'm worried about. It's the fouling part.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the feed to Crabb. Here's Mozgov. And it's blocked. Westbrook with it. Robertson has it in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Crabb kicks to Lin. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Feeds it to Crabb. Clock at 4. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now Westbrook. Pass to Roberson. The dish to Patterson. Kicks it to Cantor. Clock at 6. That shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. avert the pass to Lynn. He dishes it to Mozgov. Over Kansas. Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
For a guy who's played long enough with some of the greats, Mozgov now looking to rise to the challenge in big moments himself.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Crab kicks to Mozgov. Pass to Crab. Hit by Mozgov. Then from long range, the Thunder pull it in. Patterson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Patterson setting the pick for Felton. Here's Roberson. He's guarded by Crab. There's a screen by Cannon. Back to Robertson. Good. A nice assist from Felton. Felton has got 3 assists tonight.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Now here's Lynn. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. They get Russell Westbrook. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Oklahoma City.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Raymond Felton. He's able to hit the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Shoots over Lynn, and it's Westbrook. Hit time on the assist for Robertson. 15 points for Russell Westbrook.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Lynn's shot is off.
Yeah, and he tried to work the spin move that time, and it went about as well as you'd expect.
Here's Roberson. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Lynn's shot is off.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He did. It happened.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Westbrook pulls it in.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Here's Lynn, following the score by Oklahoma City. Goes up again. Mozgov with the bucket.
Beautiful timing there by Mozgov. Converts off the miss.
And the Thunder with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Now, here's George. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that at all by the opposing fans?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Alright, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like or a comment. It will really help me to tell me that y'all be watching the videos. But that's gonna wrap up the video, and I catch y'all guys in the next video.